Yo, what's up? Can you guys hear me? I apologize for being late. My computer's acting really stupid. I'm trying to open up some stuff, and it's acting really dumb for some stupid reason because I wanted to share my screen so I could talk about this Knicks roster. Whatnot. So to everybody in the chat, man, thank you for coming on, man. Hopefully everybody's Thanksgiving was good. Thank you guys for rocking with me. You know, you guys have a lot more better things to do, but you're here with my bum ass. So I salute each and every one of you guys. If you could just hit the likes as you come in, we greatly appreciate it. And again, I thank you guys for getting me up to 1,000 likes, man. I greatly appreciate that. So what I did was that I bought 3 Knick hats because the Knick sell what did occur yesterday. So I was like, look, to get up to the random name thing and then wait till after and then get a jersey probably might be too much. Let me just buy 3 decent hats, some nice hats. I actually like them. I think I have one of them. I think I do have one of them. So I have 3 hats. I'm definitely gonna do the random name generator for some of the guys I see in here all the time to give out these hats and just to show that I ain't BSing. Well, let me see if I can get. Well, I'll show you the hats I got. But I definitely got 3 Knick hats for 3 people in the chat. So I'm definitely going to be doing a random name generator. Also, guys, I did the Cunningham video. I understand he played today. Again, I believe he had a decent game today. I did not watch the game. I did watch a lot of the I watched the highlights. I have it recorded, but the Richmond game that the University of Kentucky played and they lost like 74-69, something like that. Your boy Brandon Boston went 8 for 20, 0 for 4 from the 3-point line. Again, and some of the same concerns. Again, I have a video. I'm literally working on it right now. It's about done. I might release tonight or tomorrow. I can release tonight. Just got to get through some stuff. It's literally just me copy and pasting pictures because I can't use the videos. So I'm copy and pasting like screenshots of the game, of the points I'm discussing. I'm literally up to probably my second negative. So after my second negative, then I should have a few more pictures and stuff, and then it should go out. It should be done fairly quickly. But I definitely want to analyze some of these guys in the draft or some of these prospects. I heard Jalen Suggs had a really good first game. But yeah, something about Brandon Boston. Yeah, I like the talent is there. Now that team, they got. You guys just jump into the UK stuff. So when I saw in the first game, right, definitely the kid has great leverage with his body. Going up, he can absorb contact. He kind of reminds me of like that KD-ish Brennan Ingram, where he can kind of absorb contact and make the shot, follow through to execute the rim. Definitely uses length, regards to his arms, steps to the basket to kind of create angles that weren't there when he's executing the rim. One thing that I note in the videos that I don't like, his lack of tenacity on defense. The fact that he's a long player, he can get steals. Like in his first game, he had a nice steal. I believe he's 6'9". I believe Brandon Boston is 6'9". I believe he's 6'9". Hold on. No, I say 6'7". Oh, I thought he was taller than that. He's 6'7"? No, he can't be 6'7". Plays a lot taller than 6'7". I don't feel he's 6'9". They're saying 6'6", 6'7". Okay, I guess he's 6. I don't know. He plays like a taller forward to me. But I guess he's 6'7", 6'6". I don't know. But yeah, the thing with UK is that they got 4 freshmen. They got Isaiah Jackson, Terrence Crawford, and Askew, the kid with the red hair. And so you're not going to see Brandon Boston probably featured. Well, let's see. I set to watch a lot of the Richmond game. I have it right here. I have it recorded, so I want to watch it like in its totality, not just the highlights and stuff. I saw one play where he took a shot, and this is one of the semi-negatives I had in the first game was that he's not consistent on he's young, so I'm not killing him, but it's just I noticed something that he's not consistent shots. So it's not as if he was. And a lot of times in high school, you could just be uber dominant without having a proper shot. That's why so many guys come to the league and they get hyped up, and then you see them, they can't shoot for nothing. They don't have the technical skills. They don't know their spots on the floor where to take shots. They don't have a preferred go-to spot. What I mean? All those little nuances we saw in guys of yesteryear. So the thing with Brandon Boston is that you see a shot. Sometimes he he releases kind of quickly, but at the apex, or sometimes I see today he kind of like push shot. And even in the first game, I'll point this out in the video. The first game, the second half, around like 2 minutes, 26 seconds, when he's shooting a three, it kind of looks like a push shot, right? Versus the nice, release that he had early in the game where even when he was missing some of the mid-range shots, still had nice form. So obviously, look, he's has a way to go. The only thing I don't like is that obviously UK, you only spend 1 year there. Essentially, are they really going to develop his games? Or it's kind of like city testing, right? It's like, are you going to develop the kid's skills, the critical thinking and analysis, and stuff? Or are you just gearing up to pass the test? And that's the thing with Boston. Are you just gearing them up to look good for the NBA teams? Have games where you feature him maybe against some of the better teams and make him look like a star because you can kind of orchestrated the game to do so by getting him picks, serving the ball out in a corner to make the easiest threes and stuff like that. Or you're going to really work on some of the nuances of his game that missed because his defense is not good. Brandon Boston's defense, we talked about Obi. And Brandon Boston, I don't think he's as bad as Obi. Just in a few games I've seen. Obviously, there's a lot of room for improvement. But just for the 2 games I've seen, you watch him and it's not, he doesn't have the defensive acumen that I think even decent high schoolers have, right? He's kind of tight in the hips or whatnot. So, he has a ways to go, man. That's why we got to be careful, man. We sit here and we say, salute to everybody in here. Clutch B-Ball TV, Joe Madden, the new Knicks Tribe, Burrow, Stephen Fox, everybody in here, man, MH. Salute to all you goons, man. Salute to everybody in here. And again, guys, Ralph Jean-Francois, Sapa said, man. Again, for the people here in here, I got 3 Knick hats that I bought, 3 Scully, excuse me. And so I'm going to be doing a random name generator, hopefully tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. Just have to find the right site. So I just aggregate a whole bunch of you guys that I typically see in the chat. So, I'm not going to just pick people just coming in willy-nilly. I'm going to try to get people that I see a lot in the chat. And I'm going to, do random name generator, announce it, get your info and send it out. Because I honestly, I appreciate you guys supporting me. So I'm definitely going to get that out to you guys. And fairly soon, probably before the holiday season. So you go rock your New York Knicks hat from Legion of Knicks, whatever. But, yeah, and even in I didn't see the Cade Cunningham game, but with Cade Cunningham in the first analysis or the first game I saw, people like to say, Cade Cunningham to me, he's more like he reminds me of a lot more like CJ McCollum. You know what I mean? I think there was some hype. I'm not gonna lie, I was hyped up from the high school stuff a little bit because I saw him with, the Team USA stuff and the high school stuff. Or whatever they did where he's like trying or whatever it was with Team USA, whatever the hell he's doing. But when I watched him, he doesn't have the explosion that I think that the so-called dynamic point guard would have. And that's not anything bad against him. It is what it is, right? But when I watch his game, what I like about him is that he catches a lot of guys. Yeah, yep, Jason agrees with me. Thank you, Jason. I gotta watch the second game though, but I'm never gonna watch it. So I like watching these college basketball games. These younger players. I like to see how they. But the thing about him is that what I like is that he attacks your missteps. Like people underestimate how important that is. Speed and explosion is one thing. When you can catch a player off their missteps, when a guy is guarding you straight up, and your mind can process, all right, I see him. His hips are a little bit open. He keeps overplaying me to my left because he probably thinks I'm going to shoot it. If I throw him off by not bringing it from my right to my left, but maybe fake a step back, he's going to go for it. I step on him, step into my left. I'm going. All I have to do is be mentally ahead of somebody by literally by half a second. But it comes quicker to you if you're planning that. That's why when I watch Chris Paul, I'm telling you, he's the best pure point guard to me. And Steph Curry does the same thing too. A lot of these point guards do it, but a lot of these guys, they predicate their games a lot on athleticism. This is why guys like Russell Westbrook, he's more about let me try to beat you to the basket, which is not a bad thing. But when you start to lose that athleticism, or if you're injured, or if you're broken down by injuries, you have to play with players' missteps. And that's what I like about CJ McCollum, right? Go watch the video that I put out there. I have a video on CJ McCollum. Please go check it out. I have a video on Cade Cunningham. And he reminds me so much of CJ McCollum that he may not be the quickest, but he's going to play your missteps and then attack from there, right? And he had that one nice move that I pointed out in the video. I put it as like the dynamic play where he took Mwamba from UT Arlington, was driving. He knew that because he got the pick. And this is K Cunningham, smart player. Or what I've seen, I like smart players. He saw the dude was being over aggressive. He knew that the guy was gonna be over aggressive coming back from the pick. That he wasn't gonna sit there and slide. He's gonna try to dash ahead to just get in front of him. And you know what happens then, right? It's like soccer. I catch you, boom. You coming this way, and I know your momentum is gonna keep taking that way. I'm gonna go this way. Boom, got him. And he put it behind his back. Took I think another dribble, then took a step to layup. It was beautiful. And his shot he has a really nice shot. He has a pretty shot, man. Nice, nice compact. Not a lot of noise with the shot. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely gonna watch more of K Cunningham. Let me see. I know they played another. Only thing that sucks is that it didn't record to my YouTube TV. OK State. They played today, I believe. Of course, why would my computer want to load up OK State basketball? Of course, my computer, and it's making this weird noise too. I don't know what the hell's going on. But yeah, for some reason, my computer doesn't want to the internet doesn't want to work. That's beautiful. So yeah, that's why I've observed so far. Jalen Suggs, I got to watch his first game as well. People are saying how well he did in his first game. 6'2" guard. Definitely got to go check him out. But yeah, I've been checking out all these guys. Jalen Johnson from Duke. But first and foremost, hold on. First and foremost, I know you guys aren't into soccer like that, but Manchester United today, baby. 3-2 comeback. Cavani, 2 goals, 1 assist. My dude Bruno Fernandes, assist and a goal. Stop playing with my son, bro. Stop playing with my son, Bruno Fernandes, man. I'm going to get back to it. And shout out to the Jets, man. That was another beautiful tank job you guys had today. Yeah, I mean, you lost to the Dolphins. Salute to the Dolphins. For some reason, you guys want to play like trash the time we play you. We're trying to get you guys in the playoffs. We want to lose. We need Trevor Lawrence. You know what I mean? But the Jets defense played their butt off today. Quentin Williams had, eight tackles, I think a sack, a tackle for a loss, a batted ball. The dude was – yeah, and they were talking about trading him? They were talking about trading my son, Quentin Williams. Are you stupid? Are you out of your mata? That's what I'm talking about. It's just like people whoa. And I forgot. Rest in peace, Maradona. Diego Maradona, one of the greatest footballers ever. I know people talk about the hand of God. This dude was a beast in Lazio. Barcelona was a superstar in soccer before they were superstars before. But this dude was an absolute superstar, an absolute rock star, man. Salute to him, man. It was fun to see him, even in retirement, how crazy it was. You know what I mean? Rabid fan of the game, bro. Salute to Maradona, man. Rest in peace, rest in power, man. God bless, salute, man. Giants taking NFC East. Yeah, because the NFC East sucks. NFC East is garbage. Stephen Fox, you want to talk trash about that? You want to talk? Nah, this is what I'm talking about. Southampton. Southampton's not a bad team, bro. They're like a strong middle table team. You know how many good teams they beat last year, or drew with last year? That's a tough team, bro. Don't sit and don't try to downplay it. But let's get back to this basketball, man. So again, I'm going to put out the video on my man, Brandon Boston. One people calling the next KD, Brandon Ingram, all this stuff, blah, blah. I don't necessarily see it yet. I think that he's raw in many regards. I do think that body leverage is one of his big attributes, where when you see him drive to the basket, his size, the way he uses body against defenders to kind of create space and create angles at the basket. I think it's really rich. I think that he's definitely going to have to learn that. When I watch KD, I love the fact that when you watch him on Golden State, you can tell that he developed that little dribble drive, crossover to create the space to shoot the mid-range. And I think that's what Brandon Boston's going to have to work on. Right now, again, he's really raw. When you look at the Calipari system, is all about getting you to the league. It's not necessarily about developing you. Like I said, it's like a city exam. It's not really about getting you to improve your critical thinking, your intelligence, knowledge, awareness. Is more about, let us get you to the show, which could be a good thing for guys who are already made. I mean, it could be a bad thing for guys who are still developing. So we'll see. We'll see about that. Let's get to the Knicks roster. And your boy MKG, Michael Kidd Gilchrist. The Knicks signed Michael Kidd Gilchrist to a 1-year deal. I'm not sure about the years, or I'm not sure about the money. It's probably $5 million. But what is this? Are we just signing a whole bunch of Kentucky guys to see if we can rekindle the so-called magic they had before they were drafted? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that we're doing with these guys? Now, Michael Kidd Gilchrist, everybody knows he has one of the ugliest shots in NBA history. He shoots it like this. I don't know how he does that now. They said that he improved it last year or maybe a few years ago. He was more straight up. But this is a guy for most of his career legit just cannot shoot. What the hell is it? Oh, come on, man. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to. What up? I just want to just show the roster because it's going to be a lot of roster competition, man. And again, guys, I'm getting a phone number so people could call in. Of course, this one will load, but it'll load up. So MKG, man, again, was drafted by Charlotte Hornets, drafted in 2012 with AD. The year you had also Dame Lillard and Bradley Beal right after him. Oof. Ooh. Terrible drafting by the Charlotte Bobcats. Terrible. I'm not saying this in hindsight, but when no, Michael Kidd Gilchrist was not it. There's a guy who's had his highest average was 12.7 points off of 54.1% shooting from the field or scoring from the field, but that year shot 42.9% from three, but there's only 1 3 a game. Obviously, as a guy who struggles with a shot, he's just not a shooter. He's never averaged more than 1.4 shots from a 3-point line a game. Really can't space it out. Was expected to be his defensive stopper as well. But again, your defense can't save you if you can't put it in the hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just so inept at scoring. He's just not a good player. He's not a good overall player. Obviously, after that, from the Charlotte, he went to Dallas. He was at Dallas last year. Really rode the pine. Only played about 13 games, averaged about 9.3 minutes. Again, really just type of stats. So this could be camp fodder, but look at this roster, right? Look at what you got at shooting guard. I guess he'd be playing power forward. Why would he be playing power forward? What the hell? Huh? Why the hell? Why they put him as power forward? Dude, he's like a guard. What the hell? Well, he probably needs to stop playing small forward because they ain't helping him. He's 6'6" though, right? Yeah. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, I don't understand this, man. So yeah, the thing with him is that look, his defense wasn't even that good when he was on the court. They made a big mistake drafting this guy. But he's camp fodder. Again, with this Knicks team, people have to realize it's not about that, we're signing MKG be an important part of this team, I don't think. Because again, Tom Thibodeau likes to run a small lineup, right? He doesn't want a lot of people. He wants to run like a 9-man roster, right? There's only 15 people that can be on a roster. Right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 players. Did they expand the rosters for the season? Hold up, I might be wrong. So expanded to 17 players. So, okay. That was blah blah. No, it says it could be. NBA, yep. Okay, so June 11th, according to Shams, the league is planning to expand teams' rosters to fit from 15 to 17, right? Because I think they want to include allow 2As and G League invites and that stuff. So it's going to go up to 17. So we have 19. 2 of these people got to come off, and just off the back. I think the guys it might be hardest for. Obviously, the guys you're bringing in. The guys you brought, I think Amari Spellman might have a place on this team. Just because you have a big who can space the floor out now, it's going to come down to his discipline, right? Because the guy has weight issues. And you can't still be having weight issues and be called and be utilized as an important part of the team, right? You got to cut down that. You have to improve your discipline, improve your focus, your mindset, in regards to keeping in shape. And hopefully keep him to that, man. Like, as good as you are, your talent's not going to get you everywhere. I still remember this jerk from Villanova destroying my pool because I had UNC winning that game. Remember, UNC came back. And I believe they just tied it right before that possession or something. I can't remember. This jerk comes down and hits a big three, but he definitely has to improve his weight. Actually, I believe Nerlens Noel's, Mitch Robinson are locks. Julius Randle, I believe, is locked because I think they're trying to build up Julius Randle's value so they can trade him off, right? Because I don't think he has a future in his team per se. Obi Toppin is obviously a lock. I don't. The Mike Gilchrist, I think he's going to be moved up to small forward or shooting guard. Now at the small forward position, Kevin Knox, Reggie Bullock, Ignas Brazdeikis, right? This is very interesting. Kevin Knox is the so-called prince that hasn't really deserved this crown, right? This is a guy that's been drafted at 8, has not really shown. I mean, he's been consistent, right, for largely most of his career. Really shown in his the second half of his rookie year, but last year he regressed badly, right? And there are questions about his focus, questions about whether he really loves the game, questions about if he's actually good enough for the game, questions about if he's ever going to be able to adapt out of what was given to him at UK, where basically the whole system was geared towards him as basically like a guard or off guard. Sorry, not off guard, but a guy that kind of uses like move around screens. He was a primary target on that team. It's really interesting because you have Kevin Knox, you have Reggie Bullock, who's a proven 3-and-D player. A guy can knock down a three. Is fairly solid for his career as that 3-and-D player, but obviously he's a ceiling there. He's a veteran. I believe this is last year. But then you have Ignas Brazdeikis, who's really not been able to show anything. Was drafted by a previous regime, but there might be value there. And I asked this question on Blarge Tears. First and foremost, salute to Blarge Tears, man. That's my brother, man. This dude always salute to Blarge Tears, man. That's a good dude. He most likely gonna be on tonight because he's a psycho. So please go on. I couldn't go on a video thing. I was like, nah, I gotta get sleep, bro. I'm killing myself. I gotta get sleep. And so I might be on there tonight. I think he's gonna be there tonight as well. So please, guys, if you guys can stay up, if you guys are up, if you guys are owls, even if you just say I want to stay for a few more minutes, go to Blarge Tears, go subscribe to the channel, go watch a lot of good discussions, a lot of heated discussions each and every night. I'm gonna post a chat. I'm gonna post the link here. So please go and visit Blarge Tears, man. That's my brother Big Freezy. Oh crap! The first super chat from Donald Cannon, a guy who's always trolled me, man. But this guy, salute to you, man. Finally to getting the bag. I'm not doing this for the bag, but whatever. Shout out to all the trolls. We in this. Just want to say, Guillermo, the Steve Urkel of Knicks on the real. Why would I? I'm an idiot. Why would I read Donald Cannon's what's the name? But thank you very much for super chat, man. That's greatly appreciated, bro. Salute to you, man. Salute to everybody in here, man. Yeah, I know he said Urkel, man. Hey, man, I used to be called Ray Allen, man, because he have a shot. And they used to say I look like Ray Allen. I don't know where that comes from, but and Joe Matt, it's not Freezy's trying to cut you off. Joe Matt, you got to realize when everybody talks at once, when you get the playback, it sounds weird. And sometimes you know what StreamYard and all these platforms do. When too many people are talking, it like lowers it messes around with the volume. It's like, he's talking. So it's not Freezy's trying to cut you off. He's trying to make it so that one person's talking at a time so everybody can hear clearly. Because when you get it back on playback, it doesn't sound good. Trust me, Big Freezy will let you talk. Big Freezy literally leaves a room for us to talk for 10, 15 minutes at hand. Then he comes like, hey, let me give you another topic. And he disappears. Trust me, Big Freezy, he's very accommodating. So don't think it's that he doesn't want you to talk. It's that it sounds very awful when everybody's arguing. That's why when I had the draft here, when I had the episodes here, I'm like, God, Moses, Elijah, and all these people are talking at one time. It sounds terrible. It's not. Trust me, you want everybody to come in and talk, but it sounds extremely bad. So salute to Big Freezy for running a good ship over there. Again, so go subscribe. I just posted it in the chat. But let's go back to this roster, man. So this is what I said. Do you think that if Kevin Knox doesn't show out in camp, right? And even if it's in camp, a guy like Iggy Brazdeikis, bro. God knows, like, God, I was just using your name. I'm not coming at you, God. I was just using an example. It's nothing. You guys have done nothing wrong. I'm just saying, like, when we have heat discussions, it's good. We just want one person to talk at a time. So, it sounds good, because when it's all mumbled, the platforms don't pick it up. Like, we're hearing it clearly as we're doing it, but when it plays back, it sounds really bad, and it sounds, you know what I mean? So, and people can't really understand. So I'm not coming at you, God and Moses Elijah, man. Suit to God, Moses Elijah as well too, man. I just splatter for my feelings, but my mouth is a little dry right now. And I apologize for drinking water. I hate doing that while I'm talking. But yeah, look at this roster. Who do you guys have as you see it right now? Give me your ideas for who wins that small forward position. Kevin Knox, Reggie Bullock, Ignas Brazakis. Now, I will say what I like what Tom Thibodeau has done. I've said this on Big Freezies, right? I love the fact that you're getting barometer pickups, veteran pickups, right? I think he's doing this purposely. Like last year, we literally were picking up C, D list level players and veterans, free agents for the most part, because we're really trying to win with those guys. We're just really trying to do anything because we lost out on KD and Kyrie. Versus this year, I don't think that these guys are hold up, Joe Madden, you're not retired from Knicks at night, man. Chill. You're not retired, bro. Big Freeze has nothing. It's just that, again, it just sounds, he wants everybody to talk at one time. But the thing about it is that I like the fact that he's getting these barometer level plays, because for Frank Ntilikina, say at the 2-guard position, right? Say Frank Ntilikina, because that point guard position right now is stuck, but I think Frank Ntilikina would be better off as a 2-guard, right? If you can't beat out a Theo Pinson, even at the point guard position, if you can't beat out an Austin Rivers who averaged 8.8 points, he did shoot like 30-something% from three. Last year he shot 35.6% from three, which is right around the league average, right? Off of 4 attempts, right? If you can't beat that out, and he only had 1.7, he's not even really a point guard. He's more of a combo guard, you call it. But if Frank Ntilikina cannot beat that guy out, how can I justify you? And he's making less than Frank Ntilikina at 3 years, $3.3333 million a year for 10 million for 3 years, which is 3.3333 when you do the math, right? How can I justify keeping Frank Ntilikina, who I believe is making $5 million this year with the Knicks? How can I justify that? You know what I'm saying? How can I justify even with Kevin Knox? Guy you drafted at 8, you can't beat out a guy like Reggie Bullock? And then Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, who I doubt will be that much of a threat, even at the small forward position, you can't beat out Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Kevin Knox? Because we can't – this is the thing about it, man. People say I'm a hater. I don't hate any of these players. I want these guys to all win. If I can have a team full of homegrown product, I take that every day of the week. That Golden State Warriors team, not a Golden State Warriors fan, will never be a Golden State Warriors fan, but I like that team because they were mostly homegrown products. The best players are homegrown products. Until obviously you got KD. But even then, the main core were those homegrown products. We have to fall out in love with the loser mentality with our players. If you cannot beat out these barometer type free agents that they picked up, how can I justify you being there? Theo Pinson, his career is mostly known about him dancing. If Theo Pinson comes in and he produces, right, in the preseason, the first few games, hit those likes, man. 170 people watching, please hit the likes, man. If you can't beat out these people, how can I justify being on the team? That shooting guard position, R.J. Barrett, Alec Burks, Miles Powell. This roster I think is a little off, but I think it's the most updated. So let's just use this one. Miles Powell probably plays the point guard position. Frank will probably be put at the 2-guard position. I think Emmanuel quickly probably put at the 2-guard position. You know what I mean? Dennis Smith Jr. Everyone wants to talk about this Dennis Smith Jr. crap with him changing the shot. He did this last year, fam. He did this last year, fam, when he was so-called working with Chris Paul. He did this last year. I saw it. I did a video, the Instagram video, Heroes video. The same shot form. It's not to say that it's not the shot form is the problem. It's his confidence. Because he knows his game is not complete. He knows his game has a lot of flaws, but does he want to actually fix his game? As a point guard, he processes the game very poorly. I'm sorry. I've watched so many times Dennis Smith Jr. not be able to make passes. People talking about, Because we're talking about, I think on Blarn's Tears, we're talking about, and I think it was like Oots and whatever, and a few other people, and they're talking about, Desmond Drew, when he had that game against the Mavericks. I was there at the Mavericks game. I saw where he dribble drive really slow into the paint, and he got one-on-one, and he did like a little post-up thing, and then shot those slow shots that went in for one night where we had momentum because everybody was up to see us beat KP. The dude needs the G League, bro. This dude needs the G League, bro. Stop. Please, man. Like, I'm not trying to get on him. They say he's working with Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. He needs to work with legit. He needs to work. You know who I wish he would work with? I wish this guy would become a coach. I don't know what's happening in his life. Andre Miller, former point guard of Denver Nuggets. I believe he was on the Sixers for a little bit. I might be wrong, but I know he's definitely on the Denver Nuggets. I used to use him in 2K. Back in the day when I used to play 2K. I watched his game. Couldn't shoot for his life, from the perimeter and stuff like that. But one of the best facilitating, one of the smartest point guards I've ever seen in my life. When I'm talking about catching players off the misstep, bro, Andre Miller was one of the best. You look at his body. This dude looks like, this dude, can he do a push-up? Like kind of flabby, not really in shape. He will bust your A. Andre Miller, I used to love watching this dude, man. No, I haven't played 2K in like 10 years, man. I don't play 2K. That's what I said. Mike MKG will most likely be moved to the shooting small forward position, right? And this is what I like about Thibs. You got to make a competition. It's no more guessing. It's no more guessing. Because I wish there's somebody here from another team who's watching. Is anybody from another team, man? Please put a comment so I can see. Because you ask these guys, who from our team, from our young players, would you bring onto this Knicks? Would you bring onto your team? Kevin Knox would probably say no. I heard the other night, Blar's there's a dude, I believe, Freezy's camera originates a 2K YouTube exposing. I wish, man. You don't have to expose it. I'd be terrible. After 2K, I stopped playing. My team in 2K8, for all people that I'm a mellow hater, I was a Nuggets fan. I use that Nuggets team. Him, J.R. Smith. I believe Andre Miller was still there. I think I had Linus Glazer, Nene, Camby. I think Kenyon Martin was still there. I was a beast at 2K with Melo and that Nugget. Ooh, oh my gosh. The thing that I'm scared about, though, is this team becoming a farm for like Kentucky rejects? Because that means that Tom Thibodeau, and Tom Thibodeau's not a spry chicken, man. This dude's like, what, 66? So Chuck B said he's from another team of Franks. Oh, Chuck B, man. This guy, man. This guy's funny. I don't want to be one of those teams where we get these reach, because that's not a smart system. Now again, this year I think they're doing a soft tank, right? Because there's so much talent. Like I said, you got Cade Cunningham, you got Jalen Suggs, you got Jalen Johnson, you got Mobley, you got the other dude used to play with Cade Cunningham. Whose name? Is it Isaiah? I'm forgetting his name right now. Brandon Boss. You got a lot of players coming to this draft that if you get in the top 5, you might get just in the lottery. You might get a beat. You might legit get a beast. Scotty Barnes, that's his name. Thank you, Ralph Jean-Francois. That's what I said, man. So that's the thing about this team, man. Are we just doing this for this year? Because I don't want us to be where we're favoring certain players because they're under CAA or they have certain connections. Because Theo Pinson should not be here. Like, I'm just saying this off the bat. Theo Pinson should not be here. No offense to him. I know people watch this game, whatever, but no. Theo Pinson should not be here. I thought the proper guy we should have gotten was Rondo. Now, if we tried again, we couldn't. That's one thing. But I think we should have given him the bag. I would have given him 2 years, $10 million. Easily. I would have given 3 years, $10 million or $30 million. To come here, He only played 25 minutes a night at 30 at most, but his impact on the floor with facilitating, teaching the younger guys, setting an example, setting a culture here. Be able to run what Tom Thibodeau probably like. And Tom Thibodeau, again, this is a guy, Tom Thibodeau, that I feel like he puts trust in his players. Put trust in Zach LaVine. Go speak to Zach LaVine about Tom Thibodeau. Put trust in Jimmy Butler. Put trust in him so much he traded him for Zach LaVine, or trade Zach LaVine for him to get him there to improve the morale, the culture, run the system similar to what he had with the Bulls, or tenets of the system, not the system itself, but tenets of the system, right? So if you had a guy like Rondo, he would have been excellent. I'm not sure the Knicks are going to make any moves now. Again, when is the trade deadline? Well, trade deadline is in for some time. I mean, the season rating is going to start in a few weeks. So I don't think that they're gearing up for the whole Westbrook thing, right? And again, if Westbrook's going to come cheap, that's one thing. I'm not trying to give any first-round picks for next year, any of that. I'm not doing any of that for a guy like Westbrook. If we can get Westbrook for the cheap to try and use a salary dump, fair enough. But again, I'm not the biggest fan of him. I don't think that he improved. Let me take it back. He improves production at the point guard position. Does he make the team better the way I think that we should be with a developmental path where there's an ascending development? No. But would he make the production at the point guard level a lot better? Yeah, he would. But you have him in 2023, right? So, again, I'm not the biggest Westbrook fan. You guys know I like high IQ point guards. Now, I would like to know your idea of who is a guy that has been on this Knicks team that's going to rise. Now, I'm not talking about RJ. I'm talking about one of these troubled young players that they've kind of been not doing great, but you think that they're going to work really well with Thibodeau and show out in camp to beat out some of these veterans. Is it Knox? Because again, if you look at Knox's position, if you say if you want to put him at the 3, which I think is too slow to play, but you put him at the 3, I think it's somewhat logjam at the 4 position, unless you play small lineups. You have Knox come off the bench to play those smaller lineups. Is it Knox? I'm not sure if Knox wants it or not, man. Frank could be the guy because, again, Thibs likes defense, but then you got a guy, Aaron Brooks, that the Knicks just brought on, right, to work with both the NBA players and the G League players. And Aaron Brooks was a guy that after Derrick Rose went down, Tom Thibodeau used an array of guards to kind of produce. And, you know, everybody knows about Aaron Brooks. He was killing on Houston. He didn't get a contract, something like that. And he kind of floated around, came back to the Bulls for like 2 years. He's shown out like his first year off the bench, I believe. He averaged like 11 points, 11.7 points, whatever it was. But this is a guy who could create his own shot. You know what I mean? He was like kind of like a dude-all combo guard. I think he's a little on the side, like 6'1", maybe 6'1", 6'2". I wonder who he can tap into to develop that game because, Frank, I mean, you have a free throw draw rate at 17.7%. That is terrible. We can talk about his foul shots, but he only takes one foul shot a game because he's not aggressive. He's not getting to the basket. He's not creating fouls. You know what I mean? I think that he should be used more in the post. And if I were him, I do the Andre Miller, I do the Jason Kidd thing. Drive until you could, push the guy into a spot, right? And then post up. And then facilitate from there. I don't care what Fizz. That's what I'm saying. If I was a player, if I was one of these players, I'm playing with Fizz though, and this guy's just telling us we can just do anything, or he's basically saying, I'm pulling out every trick in the book to produce. Every trick in the book. Oh, I got a post-up game, bro. We can run plays where I'm posting up and I'm passing to guys cutting and moving around. Oh, that's a good idea. But what would have saved Fizzle's job maybe if you do it to a high level. But these guys, man, all that crap, bro. Find wrinkles to your game. Find more wrinkles to your game, man. This is not working, bro. This stuff about us hoping that it don't matter where you draft. A lot of teams draft terribly, bro. Henry Ellison was what, first round 10 pick? Where's he now? Especially with how the NBA is with some of these young players coming in. Doesn't matter where you're being picked at. A lot of teams make bad mistakes. So it is up to you, young players, that you got to rise above the fray and produce. Kevin Knox, I need to see a post-up game from you. You are 6'9", 6'8", whatever the hell you are. You can't be that weak on the court physically on offense. You just can't be. The Saints aren't coming in from heaven to give you the system you had at UK. Got to make your corner threes. Got to make your open shots. You got to be aggressive in terms of getting position on the court and developing that post-up game, man. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Frank Ntilikina, you got to be way more aggressive, bro. Got to hit down your threes. Got to play your defense. You also got to be aggressive getting to the basket as well, too. Dennis Smith Jr., man, I really think he needs a G League. Now, Aaron Brooks might actually connect the best with him because they kind of have, I say have similar builds, but you know that they're smaller guards. They're a little twitchy. You know what I'm saying? But it's all here. IQ is very low with Dennis Smith Jr. And I think that if you can have better idea of situational basketball, which Aaron Brooks was good at in his role as a scorer, I think that he could produce. Now, would he become an all-around point guard? Now, look at this roster. I'm not a fan of Alfred Payton. I think he's going, but he has a no trade clause. That means that they really either stuck or they really are trying to tank this season because I don't know how the hell you keep Alfred Payton on, man. I know he has 7.5. No, not a fan of him. Austin Rivers is more of a combo guard. I think that Austin Rivers is going to probably play more in that typical combo guard, ISO, attack the basket, defend kind of role. That Thibodeau likes for some of his guards, especially when he doesn't have like a Derrick Rose. Because he likes aggressive guards who drive, kick out. And Austin Rivers' defense is actually not that bad, especially when he's ISO by himself against players. He's actually done fairly well. He has like a decent track record where some of the top stars have like struggled against him. Frank Ntilikina, obviously just spoke about Dennis Smith Jr. Maybe quickly he's going to be more of a 6'3" guard with like a 6'10" wingspan. More of a sharpshooter who can move with the ball. He might be the biggest sleeper. Him and Miles Powell, I'm really interested to see because Miles Powell is more Aaron Brooks than anybody else on this roster in regards to guards. He's a 6'2" guard, attacking guard, can shoot, plays off the ball. Do it all guard. And obviously his numbers last year, I think, were hurt by the fact he had a concussion and a leg injury. You look at his junior season, the dude was balling out, man. The dude was balling out. So it remains to be seen. I think I would love to see, okay, so who will be the starting lineup? At point guard position, that's tough. Let me start with center position. Mitch Robinson is most likely going to be starting, right? Julius Randle is going to be starting. I hate this at the 3. Kevin Knox shouldn't be starting. I think Reggie Bullock might start this season, and Kevin Knox got to come and beat him. Reggie Bullock also played a 2-2. As shooting guard, you're going to have R.J. Barrett. I actually think Alec Burke might start it. Well, now I think Reggie Bullock's going to start at the 3. I think Alec Burke's going to be first option off the bench at the 2 because he can really shoot the corner 3. He's going to be somebody he's going to be great for what Thibodeau wants to do with the second unit. You know what I mean? And then you got at point guard, Alfred Payton. It's gonna be a logjam. Now I think Emmanuel Quickly and Frank Ntilikina will be out of there. So it's gonna be Alfred Payton, Austin Rivers, Jacob Evans, who they might let go. Frank Ntilikina, Dennis Smith, and then Frank I'd be at the 2, Dennis Smith Jr. I think Emmanuel Quickly would be moved to the 2. Theo Pinson would probably move to the 3. But there's going to have to be some cuts, man. It might be some tough cuts, man. Kevin Knox might be on the block, man. If he doesn't show up, he might definitely be on the block, man. He has to do better than what he's doing, man. It's just unacceptable. So let me just go through the dates for the NBA season. It says individual players and workouts and media week will begin on Tuesday, December 1st. We'll go until next Saturday. So definitely be covering stuff like that. Group workouts will start the following day. The preseason, which will mark the first live NBA action outside the Orlando bubble since March, will start on December 11th and run through December 19th. On December 22nd, the 72-game 2020-2021 season will officially kick off. The first half will last until March 4th. Again, it's only 72 games this season. March 5th through March 10th will be the All-Star break. The festivities were supposed to be held in Indianapolis, but the NBA announced earlier this week that Indy's hosting turn will be pushed back until 2024. The second half will begin on March 11th and will run through March 16th. The league's new playing tournament will go down from May 18th to the 21st, while the 2021 playoffs will begin on May 22nd and run through July 22nd, ending a few weeks before the postponed Tokyo Olympics. So there you have it. I'm definitely going to be covering the battles because there's going to be – I think there might be some surprising cuts, man. Someone said, hope Knox will become Duncan Robinson. Well, again, I think that Duncan Robinson is really shown because of the system and because of Butler's there. An extremely unselfish guard who's there to make the players better, has a great relationship with Spoelstra and Riley and Dwayne Wade, who's a star down there. So I think the whole Duncan Robinson thing is going to be also. I mean, is how we're going to run the team. Obviously, Thibodeau he runs an array of sets, right? He likes ISO, corner threes, being aggressive against the line. He likes the big man. He likes the big man to post up. You can show that. He likes the elbow shots. He likes operating from the foul line. He's a true student of the game. So it is up to Knox and all these guys. I think he's going to try to find what's best for Knox, even when. Say if Knox is coming off the bench, I think he's going to try to find ways to make Knox effective. It's going to be up to Knox. The more versatile you are, the more effective you can be. So you had 4 months. 4 months. Please don't tell me you're online playing Fortnite. You got to be a man, bro. Not say men don't play video. I'm saying you're the NBA. You have to add new wrinkles to your job, to your position, to your skill set. I don't want to hear about you playing Fortnite. Play it on your own. Play on a secret account. I don't want to hear people talking about it because people will look up and be like, what the hell is this dude doing? Now the media attention is going to get on you, and I have a strong feeling you probably can't handle that. So make the tension very low and work on your game. Be very silent with the way you move, bro. We don't even know you're on video games. Get an esports team, sponsor them, and have them do your dirty work or whatever. And you win tournaments and prizes and get endorsements, right? Crap. I'm really concerned about this team, man. Obviously, we're not winning this year. We're not winning nothing. Damn, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. What the hell are we going to do with him? That has to be camp fodder. That has to be camp fodder. So I'm going to open up the lines a little bit, man. We talk that ish. And I'm only going to allow the people that I know. So, guys, if you haven't been here before, please don't join the invite, man. Because I don't want people cursing and saying N-word this, N-word that. I agree with you, Darley. I agree 1,000%, bro. I agree 1,000,000,000%, man. But you talking about a lot of these guys are spoiled kids, man. They don't, you're talking about kids who are pampered since however old. They don't understand that this is a man's sport. People are talking about, oh, they're young. It don't matter if you're young in the NBA. NBA don't give a damn if you're young. NBA gives a damn. Have you produced for me? Are you good? What have you done for me lately? How many guys that we know are overseas and they're only 23 and they got drafted first round, second round players? They're overseas now. Guys got to wake up, man. I'm not – y'all can say in lollygag and blame the system and that stuff. There are a bunch of players in the league who did not have good systems and they killed or they improved without good systems. I just had Joe Madden in here. Joe Madden got to fix his his AOL dial-up over there, bro. He's cutting on and off. Most males don't develop until 25 and up. Yeah, I know your central lobe doesn't. Your frontal lobe, excuse me, doesn't develop until like 25, or that's like doesn't fully develop until like 25. But still, it don't matter. It don't matter. If you can't grow up quick enough, don't join the team, man. But don't join the NBA. Stay in college for more years and develop. Let me go to the angry man Joe Madden over there. Yo, angry man Joe Madden, what's up, bro?
What's happening, buddy? How we doing?
You doing good, man? How you doing, bro?
Doing good. Just looking at this team. We are trash.
I mean, what's new?
Vegas said 22 wins. I think that's being generous. We'll be lucky to cross 20. Especially when the schedule comes out, they're saying that we're going to have to play each division team 8 times. Philly, Boston, Brooklyn, Toronto.
You know what I love? You know what I like about Joe Madden, bro? When he gets angry, the Irish accent comes out, but it sounds it's so Jamaican. Like Irish people from Ireland don't understand. Like they sound Jamaican. It's so funny, but this you getting worked up. What did you expect? Now look, we got a lot of stuff to clean up on this team, man, and I like the fact. Hold up. Please hold this thought. This one, Ralph Petito, suit to Ralph Petito. I ain't coming at you. Look what he said. That's not sensible, bro. You have to let a person grow up and each person achieve maturity at their own time, bro. This is the NBA. They don't care about that. Teams don't have the luxury of waiting 8 years for you to develop your maturity because you got drafted at a young age. If you don't want to be in the NBA, don't join no one's forcing you. If you feel you're not ready yet mentally, stay in college another year. Go take it. Maybe you come in the second round and if you're that good, you kill and you'll get the contract. Like this is I don't because we're sitting here and we're telling these kids, yeah, man, we're gonna wait till you mature that stuff. The NBA doesn't give an F. And then we're sitting here saying that stuff when these guys are playing overseas, when these guys are working at Starbucks, we'll be the same. Not to say I would or any of you guys would. NBA fans would be the same guys that build you up, and if they saw you working at a Starbucks, like Vin Baker was doing, even though that was a different context, they'd be the same people to make fun of him. They don't sit there and say, oh, well, he had to go through maturity. Vin Baker had a drinking problem and was trying to – no. They'll sit there and issue on him. So I'm just trying to tell Kevin Knox, yo, bro, NBA don't wait for nobody. If you have time to develop a skill, develop the skill so you can be more versatile and add more value. So, Joe, let me get back to you, Joe. Yo, Teddy Flett, salute to Teddy Flett, man.
Teddy.
Damn, bro. Yo, you damn, son. Joe Burrow, rest in peace to his rookie career, man. Or his rookie season.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys lost to the Giants. I mean,
hey man, RIP to the Jets whole franchise.
Hey, I'm in the party having fun, baby. Trevor Lawrence. Hold on.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. You don't even know. You think Joe Burrow? I think Joe Burrow's nice, but Trevor Lawrence, bro.
Nice.
Come on, stop playing with your boy.
No, he's nice. He's nice.
He's nice.
The Jets are gonna corrupt him. That's the problem.
See, you need to put a team around him. If you don't put a team around him, he's going to be Sam Darnold.
I agree a bit. Well, Gase is gone. We all know Gase is gone.
He'd be another Mark Sanchez.
I want to talk about Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez again. There was a special place in my heart for Mark Sanchez with the way I saw the potential, but we just had to put people around. But I don't want to talk about I don't want to think about 2010, 2011. But how do you guys feel about these acquisitions? Right? Do you guys agree with me that this is camp? I'm sorry about this. I'm trying to. Do you guys agree that it's camp fodder? That is not camp fodder. Let me say it right. That is competition to see what we have in our young players, to see. All right, there has to be a base level established, right? If you can't beat out a Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, you don't deserve to be here. If you can't beat out let me see. If you can't beat out Nolan Noels, even Mitch Robinson, maybe you need to move on from you. You can't beat out Austin Rivers, Frank. Maybe we move on from you. I mean, or do you think that this is going to be a Kentucky bucket? Well, that sounds mad corny. I was about to say a KFC joke. Or do you think it's going to be a Kentucky bucket of former Kentucky players, and they're trying to build this weird pipeline of Kentucky players? Because obviously the draft is not going to – I mean, unless you're talking about guys maybe later on in the draft, maybe that works. What do you think the Knicks are trying to do with these veterans? And salute to God and Moses Elijah, man. What up? How you doing, man?
Love, man. Salute.
Bro.
First of all, I want to know is you have so many Kentucky players. Why do we get the Kentucky trash?
We have more trash in the roster, man. I'm trying to
tell you, with the Kentucky, it's all Kentucky trash. And they just made it even worse by bringing a guy who was the second overall pick that is averaging 3 points a game. What use is he going to be to you? I know it's on it's Exhibit 10 contract, but they're gonna put him in the roster. Why? Because he's from Kentucky.
From what I hear, he plays good defense, and on top of that, the Obi situation. So listen, you could pay him like $5 million, and you can also improve his defense. You can also, because you need somebody who can play defense. We know Julius Randle doesn't play defense, so we need let's go get one of his brothers, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, who could play some defense. Who plays Frank Ntilikina defense as a forward, and Obi needs to improve his defense because that's the first thing he had is going on from college. That he lacks defense.
I still think he's gonna be using the three more. That's just me.
I don't think he's making the team.
He might not even make the team, man. This is why I feel. Sorry to cut you off. This is what I feel weird about. Kevin Knox might be the least deserving at that position. Well, I mean, Ignaz Brazdeikis, but I feel like Ignaz Brazdeikis doesn't have as high of a ceiling as Knox, but I bet you if you gave him a chance, he'd be more productive on both ends of the floor than Knox.
I wanna make a point about Knox, Guillermo, and you and I have had the conversation about Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, and shout out to that person that spoke about Duncan Robinson. But even you and I had that conversation about you know that backcourt of Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and shout out to Freezy Show, Blue and Orange Tears. But I've said it before, and I'm saying it again, and I'm going to sound crazy. I think if you play Kevin Knox, he might be better fit as a shooting guard. He likes to spot up and shoot. I don't know if he wants to be a forward. I don't know if he wants to grab rebounds. I don't know if he wants to be there with the Julius Randles in the court or the Kevin Durant's on the floor. I think he wants to be just like a Tyler Hero prototype, a Tyler Hero, a bigger version of Tyler Hero or Duncan Robinson, and just and just play some zone defense. I don't really see a Kevin Knox
let me
as a small forward.
Let me explain real quick. Kevin Knox, again, we are conflating because he was used more like a shooting guard, like a primary target man at UK. Mm-hmm. He's not a guy. He's going to struggle so badly against quicker guards who could defend him, right? He's not quick. He's not adept at the foot to really create his own shot. Now, I think that we look at him because when he was used at UK, he was a big man, played as kind of like a shooting guard off the ball, right? And I think that's confuses and make it seem like he's a two guard. He struggles already at the three position, right? His feet are clumsy. His hips are tight. He's always kind of like really wide in his stance a lot, and that leaves him off balance. Mm-hmm. He will get exploited on both ends, right? The only way you make that work is if you have a system where, again, you have it like UK where he's coming around screens and curls and all that stuff, where he's playing off ball and he's a primary target on offense. And that takes way too much to invest in a system where you're trying to bring out the best out of one player. And you're doing it for 75-80% of the time, right? Versus having a more of a versatile system where you have an option 1, 2, and 3. If the first option doesn't work, obviously you could do the same thing a little bit with Knox, but again, Knox, you have to put so much in the system to make him effective, like you did at UK. If Knox can't come into a system and flare out to hit open threes from the wing or the corner, if say there's a lot of action or triangle action on one side, if you can't do that with a guy like Knox, I mean, he's gonna suffer, man. Again, at the two, he'd get killed.
I think, but you're not answering my question. Why is it Duncan Robinson doesn't play any defense? I mean, Duncan Robinson's defense is not elite.
Yeah, but Duncan Robinson plays a what? He plays with a 4, the 3.
He plays a 3 and the 2.
And Duncan Robinson,
no. Well, Dragic, hold up. Dragic plays a 1. Butler comes in, plays a.
Butler and him interchange the 2 and the 3.
Right, and then you have Hero playing more of the 2, right?
Hero then comes off the bench and plays the 1 and the 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, none comes off the bench, but Duncan Robinson's not a 2 per se.
Duncan Robinson's a 2 or a 3. He can play both. He's more or less your shooter. He doesn't.
Right. He's more like, but again. See this thing. The Heat we don't have a Heat system. They play very small for the most part.
We don't have any.
Was what 6'9", 6'10", right? They don't play with. They're not playing the same way we do, right? So you can't really compare Duncan Robinson to Knox, right? And that's their system. They have a bunch. They have Dragic and Butler, who are excellent passers or really have really good court vision. We don't have that on our team. And we don't have a Bam Adebayo who can play at that 5 positions. Only 6'9", 6'10", can play with quickness like a cat, and also can defend your bigs. We don't have this system, so you can't really compare Knox to Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson doesn't play defense. I agree with you. He does not play defense, but again, yeah, go ahead.
Consistent. He could shoot.
Knox
one game he could drop 3 or 4 threes. The next game he can't hit anything. Robinson's always consistent where he's dropping a few, like, you know what you're getting from him. Every night, you know you're getting a guy he's going to create his own shot. He's going to be a spot-up shooter. You're going to get points from him. Knox, you don't know. You could get 20 points out of Knox one game, and the next game you might only get 2 or 3.
Five in 24 minutes. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Also with him, if you go watch the Heat, they have an excellent, underrated chemistry with Bam Adebayo and Duncan Robinson, where when Bam sets that pick up top of the key, right, he does this thing where it's like they try to find this little like space. Like it'll have Duncan Robinson come around. Like if they have the angle, Bam Adebayo will pass the ball to Duncan, right, and then set the screen on Duncan's man, and Duncan hits that quick 3 from the top of the key. Or they'll keep having it where Duncan Robinson just keeps running back and forth until Bam finds a proper space or the right time to pick, and it hands it off to Duncan Robinson for the shot. They did it all throughout the playoffs. So obviously the Lakers they shut it down. But even game 5, Duncan Robinson went off for 24 points, whatever, off that same chemistry. Mitch Robinson ain't passing like that, bro. He could do a rub-up, but Mitch Robinson don't got that court awareness, that passing. Mitch Robinson can't even set picks properly for the most part, like outside the pick and roll. So we can't compare Knox to Duncan Robinson, right? Now, if I put it like this is what I always say. If Knox went to a different system, obviously you're playing with better players, a better system, better coach. No, not to say better coach. We don't know what Thibs is going to do, but it's a way different system, bro. So it's tough. It's tough to compare. I know what you're trying to do, but not saying you do anything nefarious. I'm just saying I know you're trying to do, but it's just you can't really.
I wouldn't be surprised if I see that this year. I just want to put that out there. I would not be surprised if Knox gets minutes at the 2. And honestly,
not defense, at the 3.
Knox
You
defense
hold it on,
doesn't
please.
impress
One
me.
at a time, guys. Hold on. Let God finish. One at a time.
Knox defense doesn't impress me at all. It's not why, Knox is not. His defense is not the reason why I would even give him minutes, so to speak.
Somebody said, "Who do I think regresses this year?" He said he thinks Mitch is going to regress. What do you guys think?
That's a good point.
I don't think this is Mitch's second year. The league's going to figure it out. All he has offensively is a lob.
And I think he's working on the wrong things, man. I've watched a YouTube site that had all his workouts up.
He needs to learn how to post up and do like big man things first without learning.
Bro, literally, he could literally, even the post-up stuff, literally driving to the basket, right? You have all this dribble, right? Not even say you have to do all this crossover stuff. Literally, when I watch Jalen Smith, right, of Maryland, he has that one move where when he gets that one step on you and he does a spin move, because when he does it, a lot of times with big men, when they do a spin, when they have leverage on you and their whole body can cover like your front where you're guarding, and they can just spin into the basket. It is an unstoppable move one-on-one against centers who are improperly guarding that. If Mitchell Robinson learned that move, Joe, Teddy, God, bro, Mitchell Robinson easily put up 15 a night. Easily. I'm not even talking about a fancy spin move. Literally, you dribble, take that big step, boom, hit him.
The thing is, he has that athleticism. Goddamn, use it. It's the same with Knox. These guys have the athleticism and they have the talent. They don't know how to use it.
Hey, but Joe, why do they have to use it? Just play Fortnite and post Instagram videos.
Yeah, the guy was saying about, give their kids, give them time. The NBA doesn't have time. They're getting paid millions of dollars.
Thank you.
It's money out the window. Like if Knox isn't producing, it's money gone out the window.
People don't understand. You're playing. Look, people want to get mad at me and say I'm hating. I'm too old to hate on people, man. I've watched NBA players throw their lives away or their careers away because they took it for granted, and then the next few years are trying to cry and come back and say, "Oh man, I want to get back at NBA, man." Blah blah. Like, bro, I remember. Hold up, I might get killed for this. I remember I was at the Ludlow. No. Damn it! What is this place called in Manhattan? Is it the Ludlow? I can't remember. Me and my cousin were there. My cousin Ben.
Okay.
And I remember who was he went to Bishop Loughlin. He was on the Lakers. He went to West Virginia. Hold on. Bishop Loughlin Lakers. He was like a 4 who couldn't shoot. Went to West Virginia, black dude, maybe like 6'9". Oh my gosh, I have his name right here. And I wish my computer was working. Hold on. I'm gonna find it right now because I remember I overheard him saying this to one of his friends because somebody I guess was having a party. It was mad chicks there, everything. It was nice. It was like a day party. And I remember he said to his boy, he's like, yo, man, I gotta get back to the league. I swear, if I'm lying, bro, I remember him saying this crap, and I was like, wow. And I remember when he was on the Lakers. He had every opportunity. I'm about to find it right now. Damn, I'm about to find his name. Bishop Laughlin, Lakers. And oh gosh, I just had it. Lakers player. It was Devin Ebanks. That was his name. Devin Ebanks. And I remember this dude. I was just like, what? And I remember he didn't work on his shot. He's a guy who can shoot. He's raw. NBA didn't care for him to grow up. NBA didn't give a damn about, his development and his mature. No. And he was a second rounder. So it's like, you got to grow up quick in the NBA. Once you take that contract, it ain't no time for you to sit there and lollygag, man. And look, I hope these guys, these younger players do well, man. Dennis, you just stop filming the stuff on Instagram. Just work in silence, man, because you're betting on yourself. But, it is what it is there. Let me ask you guys about these college games, man. Have you guys been watching any of these college games?
Yeah. Kid looks nice to me. He looks like Ben Simmons with a jump shot, but he's not as aggressive. He's too unselfish. He likes to pass. There's moments where he has space and he has the size to get to the basket, but he's passing instead, which it's good. But
do they play today? They
played yesterday. They're 24-4.
They played yesterday.
They played not Texas Tech, some other Texas team.
Got you. Oh, they did. My bad. I'm stupid. Yeah, because I covered the first game. I thought there's a stupid YouTube TV, so I guess they didn't film this one. It may have been on ESPN 2 or something. Because
it was on ESPN Plus.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it was on Plus. I have Plus.
Yeah, you can get all them college games like with the UFC and the boxing and all on Plus.
Yeah. I didn't know.
You get a lot of the college games too.
But I don't think you can't record them on ESPN Plus. I don't think you can.
I'm not too sure. I know you get them live on ESPN Plus, but I don't know if you can record it.
All right, I'm gonna go on YouTube and try to find it. But yeah, in the first game, I think your Ben Simmons thing is a little wrong, man. I think he's like a CJ McCollum with passing on his mind, right? I agree with you that he can at times, they're not passive, but too unselfish. But I will say about him, and I don't know if you guys heard when I said this, I love the fact that he can play off your missteps, man. Like, how many times, I don't know about against the Texas team or whatever, but in that first game against UT Arlington, man, it was so beautiful to see where if somebody was over-aggressive, he would just catch him. But he works out like not a snail's pace, but he just works out like his own pace with that.
Yeah.
But he's done it.
Right now?
I'll say it again.
Who are you talking about right now?
Oh, Kate Cunningham.
Okay.
But you should have seen him like he was posting up against the center. I'm like, how often do you see your point guard go into the paint up and start posting up against a 7-footer?
Dude,
and he had no problem doing it.
I gotta watch this Texas.
He's what is he? 6'8", 225, and it's your point guard. And then he's 19, and he might grow another inch. You might get him at by the time he comes to the NBA, he could be 6'9".
He's a smart player, man.
The size, man. Like we thought LaMelo Ball was big, and then this kid.
This guy, Jalen Suggs. Y'all need to watch.
I gotta see it, man. Everyone.
He's a baller.
I want to show a freaking video, man, but I can't. I'm keep talking. I'm gonna just look at Jalen. Who's the first team they played?
He played for Gonzaga.
No, who they play against? I'm saying.
I can't remember. The last game was it Kansas? I can't think off the top of my head.
Oh man, yeah.
They played Kansas the other day though, and he balled up.
24 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds.
Check him out.
This guy is about to be Lizzie. Oh my gosh! I'm overhyping it. By the way.
Watch out for a kid called Josh Christopher.
Yeah, who's he play for?
Who does he plays for? He plays for Arizona.
Arizona John Christopher.
And he went in, I think it was a 28-9 on his first game. I didn't know how he done yesterday.
Yeah, I gotta cover this Jalen Suggs Gonzaga game because at least they played against a ranked competitor. Because I'm watching Brandon Boston, man. Brandon Boston's cool. I think he's a little passive. His defense is not good.
He reminds me too much of Kevin Knox. Too raw.
Okay. I don't want. Go ahead.
Yeah, he reminds me just too much of Kevin Knox. Super talented, but he can be better than Knox. He can be more like Brandon Ingram. But to me, he's too raw. We don't
Very
need
raw.
a project. We don't need another guy. We need a guy to come in and be like, all right, I'm ready to go now. And there's a lot of them in the draft.
He was too in the first game. Again, guys, I'm gonna post my assessment on the first game like either tonight or tomorrow for Brandon Boston. He was too passive, right? But here's a caveat, or here's an excuse, I guess. There were 3 other freshmen on that team, right? You had Askew, you had Isaiah Jackson, and you had Terrence
Clark. He's good.
Terrence Clark, right? So you had other freshmen on the team, and I think Clark and I think it was Clark and Askew both put up like 15 points off of like 5 for 9 shooting, and then I think Jackson put up like 9 points as well too. So it was kind of a sad. This is the thing I'm scared about Brandon Boston, right? I agree with you 1,000,000,000% on the fact. I don't agree that he's Knox. I think that he uses body leverage a lot, way better than Knox. When he gets to the basket, he knows angles and all that. I think Knox at times kind of bails out and throws those ugly floaters. The thing with Brandon Boston, though, this is what I'm scared about. Like I said, because it's a 1-year thing with Calipari, I think Calipari is gonna work more to try to showcase the production he give now versus try to make him better, right? I don't think you're gonna see Calipari work because again, his jump shot can be inconsistent. Sometimes is downright beautiful to watch, and then I've seen many times he has especially when he's in motion. Not actually, but I've seen it when he's in motion and when he was stationary. He sometimes pushes off the shot, which I'm like, ugh. But then sometimes you see it, like I have in the video where he does like a fadeaway, and it's a nice, beautiful shot. It's like perfect form and everything. I'm like, I know Calipari don't give a damn about developing this dude.
His form changing everything. You see, it's a different form. From his form is a lot different on the right side than it is from the left side.
Hold on. Let me try. Okay, keep talking. I'm trying to remember the examples I have.
Like his form isn't consistent. If he kept it like some of them, you see it's a beautiful shot, and then next you see it's kind of shot like sloppy. It's more like a push.
Right. Yeah,
doesn't stay with the same shot.
Like when I saw the highlights of the game today against Richmond, right? And he had this one nice move. I think he thought it was going to be a 3. He did like a KD kind of thing, like crossed over a little bit. I think he pulled it back to his left. And you know, a lot of people drive with the right, pull up with the left.
Yeah.
And that's going to be in the NBA. If you don't improve that, like that becomes very predictable, very fast. Like they'll play you to that to a T. That's why I think his best bet is to study somebody like KD, who came in the game offensively gifted, but the KD – when he first came to OKC versus the KD that you saw at Golden State in terms of creating space on the mid-range and getting his shot, night and day. And KD from the OKC, teams would kill to have that KD that first got drafted. So Brandon Boston might be, again, I'm not saying he's going to be a boom or bust. It's only 2 games, but, you know, he has a lot of fun. I'm just watching business. I don't want to kill the kids like, he's this, that, blah, blah. But all those freshmen on that team and just knowing Calipari, bro, he might fall the most out of any of these top players, man. Even though he could be number 1 if he had better development.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
and honestly, I don't think they played anybody, in my opinion.
Nah, they haven't really played.
Well, even though, whoa, Richmond always somehow ends up in the tournament.
Richmond?
Yeah, Richmond.
Really?
Fighters. Yeah.
Like you'll see them against Kansas. That's
yeah. They're a weird team. Like they come out of nowhere. And they were bullying UK today. I think UK had a bunch of turnovers. I was watching the highlight. I didn't watch the stats. So Brandon Boston had 8 for 20, 0 for 4 from the 3. He shot 0 for 3 or 0 for 4 from the 3.
How much did he score?
Yeah, 20 points.
20, okay.
8 for 20. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't the. Again, I only watched the highlights for the second game. The first game I watched, I'm like, he's quiet. He only had 15 in the first game. I was like, damn, this dude's a little quiet. And then I like is that he stands a lot in the corner. But again, this is like in college, there's so much effing zone. So it's like you don't want to be the idiot. Now, here's one thing you can do in a zone. When people are stuck on one side, if the action is on one side, you can definitely cut to the basket on the baseline behind the zone, cut in the weak spots of the zone. To make yourself a target to get the ball and throw it into the hoop really quickly off, like floaters and stuff like that, be cut to the middle. Which the thing I like about KD though, when you watch KD at Texas, this boy was active. Like His game was raw-ish, but he was active, right? All over the place. He was a menace. You know what I mean? The thing with your boy Brandon, I'm not sure if I see that, man. I think I'm not saying the intensity is not going to be there, but I feel like he's in one situation. He has to go to the right NBA team to really draw that out of him.
Yeah.
And you know what we're not talking about is that they have a long off season to work as a team as well. So for them to come in and put up the numbers that they're putting up and not really have the cohesion for real says a lot as well. You know, I think that we're not really putting that into consideration.
Yeah. You know, guys, if you hit the likes, man, that'd be greatly appreciated. Stephen Fox had a good point. BJ Boston had an off game and still scored 20. Well, there's a good and bad to that, right? The fact that he has the physical attributes, right? Like, again, driving to the basket, you know what I mean? Even though he can, I think he can refine a little bit. I think he is a little bit better than Knox at doing that because he uses body leverage really well when driving to the basket. But there's also a dark side to that, right? Is he going to look to get better? Does he see a 20-point game like, well, I'll still put up 20 points? Or does he see that as like, I put up 20 points, we lost, I didn't shoot well from the three. If I did this and that, maybe we would have won. Because that's the player I want. I want a player that every time we lose, even if they score 40, is that, damn, was there something I did that could have made us better? And not to say that he's right, but you want that mentality that you don't feel content with your production. And the Knicks have had too many players like that. I'm pretty sure the games where Knox played with UK, he scored 20-some points. The team lost by 10. And he's like, well, you know, I did what I had to do, and I'm going to go play Fortnite. You know what I mean? Because if that was the case, Knox would have developed a mid-range in college. He would develop other parts of his game in college if you felt like, yo, I'm not content with where I am right now, man. And again, the Knicks is why I like RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett's a self-starter, bro. The dude got hurt, ankle injury, whatever it was. He got a shooting coach. He tapped into speaking to Allen Houston. I've never heard anybody talking to Allen Houston before in this Knicks team about shooting. One of the best shooters the Knicks have ever had. This is the first time I'm hearing about a player picking his brain. You know what I mean? Those are the type of players I want. I don't want the Kevin Knox mentality players. Not say Kevin Knox is going to grow all that stuff, but bro, man, all that young crap, I know 18-year-old kids right now that they will. If you say, yo, I'll give you an unguaranteed contract in the NBA, they're looking to kill you. 18 years old,
hungry.
They want to kill. They're coming. Bro, they want to kill you. They want to destroy you. They want that food, bro.
Like, he definitely has that fire. He got that it factor.
That's where I think the NBA make a mistake with some of these young guys giving them the guaranteed contracts. I think as a rookie coming in, you should have a 4-year contract and only the first year guaranteed. And if you don't, then by first year guaranteed, second year partially guaranteed, like the NFL does, the partially guaranteed. Because that'll make them work. It'll make them hungry. When you give them a 4-year guaranteed contract, the hunger's gone because they got millions of dollars.
And Stephen Fox, let me just say this real quick. Again, I only watched the highlights, so let me just correct myself. I said again, I need to watch the full game, but I only watched the highlights. But in the first game, from the first game, he wasn't that active. So I watched the second game tonight. I only watched the highlights of the Richmond game, but yeah. But yo, guys, man, salute to you guys for coming in, man. This is a quick one. Not much news going on. Again, I got the Brandon Boston video I'm about to put out, but I got so much to watch. Is Jalen Suggs. I want to watch him. I want to watch Cade. I'm gonna probably do quicker videos where I'm not putting it together. I'm just gonna here and just talk about the stuff and all that stuff and then put it out.
Are we gonna be able to see Jalen Green and Kuminga? Because I don't know if they're doing a G League this year.
Yeah. How does it work? If they're allowing the G League players to come up to the NBA team, like, would they be playing for an NBA? Like,
yeah, that's what I was wondering. Are they playing for, like, say, I don't know, like Westchester, like, are they playing for an actual G League team? Because I don't think they can do that because then they're going to the draft then after.
That would be crazy. It's like, yeah, we got Jalen Green coming up to
Westchester.
That would be here next year. And you don't want some jerk coach overplaying a kid because they know they're not going to have him next year, and then they'd be like, well, playing for 30-some minutes, we don't give a damn if he gets injured or broken down. So I don't think that's going to – they have to have some type of bubble. It doesn't make sense to have these kids – it would have been nice if it – well, nah, it's weird because once you declare, right, anything like you can't come back once you declare. No, once you join any other league or whatever. Oh, that sucks. Well, at least they
everybody has something.
Could they go overseas? Jalen Suggs and Jalen Green and
yeah.
Kuminga?
But you know what I see kids starting to do? Not even doing the draft and signing as undrafted free agents and going to whatever teams they want.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to start doing soon. Like, you see them going overseas. You see them doing the G League. Now they're going to be like, do you know what? I don't want to go into the draft because I want to choose my destination. And then they'll look in and sign as a free agent, undrafted free agent. And probably take the less money.
But you got to take this into account. Like, you have a lot of kids who they're in the NBA because of money. They want, not to say in a bad way, but a lot of kids from bad situations where it's like, oh, I've worked all my life. I'm not taking an unguaranteed contract. I need that guaranteed money. You know what I mean? So what you're saying is very logical, but it ain't realistic. These kids ain't now. And again, what you're talking about with the unguaranteed and all that stuff, to create a better product on the field, especially in 2023 when you're allowing these young kids to come back in, I agree with you. That would be great. But the NBA PA will throw darts at that trash like it was nothing. Now, here's an interesting thing. With the next CBA coming up, given the fact that the TV networks have lost so much money, I wonder what concessions they'll make because, again, you're going to get a lesser product. Where a lot of these high school kids or kids don't have to go to college coming, or at least 1 year's preps, whatever it may be, you're going to get a lesser product, which is going to drive down revenues more. So I wonder, what are the concessions that they'll make to say to not take as big of a hit to their share of revenue, right? Would they say that? Would they say, all right, we'll do a deal where your first 3 years are guaranteed, maybe your last is partially?
No, me first two, because you're looking 3-4 years guaranteed. All right, I get a couple of million, I'm good. They don't have the drive. You see these kids that go in, like, to me, Van Vliet's a perfect example. He went in undrafted, non-guaranteed contract, went through the G League and busted his way up.
That's true.
And he got his pay. He just got his payday.
Yep.
That kids have the drive. Now you get a guaranteed contract of, say, like Obi's first guaranteed contract's like 4.5 million. Next year it'll be 5.6. Your money's going up. So where you don't have the drive.
But Joe, look at this in a sense of negotiations, right? If I'm the NBA and I know that the ratings this past year dropped 75%, the TV networks are like, whenever you mess up, we're gonna come in and because if there's a force majeure, right? If they didn't play this NBA season, the NBA networks were able to come back to the CBA table and reset it, which they want to do bad because they've lost so much money, right? You have to think about this from the NBA PA standpoint, right? Would you make that concession? Like, I'm about put like this. Yeah, would you make that concession? You're NBA PA, you're trying to protect the players' interest the best, right? You've just had in 2023 the players could come in, or high school players, right, could come in, right? Straight out of high school, right? Would you make that concession to say that the first 2 years are guaranteed? Think about it from the NBA PA standpoint. You're trying to preserve players as much value and money as possible.
Yeah, I do first 2 years guaranteed, and then the third year partially guaranteed, and 4 years not guaranteed. You have to put up, like, the way the NFL does, if you put up, like, perfect example, Patrick Mahomes signed 10-year, was it $543 million contract, but if he puts up a certain amount of numbers, the contract goes up.
Right.
So what they need to do is something like that. Okay, we give you, say, this contract is $6 million. You get $3 million of it. If you put a certain amount of numbers, then you get the full 6.
So you want contracts with incentives, like
I want guys to basically earn their money because they're getting $1 million to play. Like Kevin Knox is getting paid millions of dollars to play a Fortnite, and he's getting paid millions of dollars, and we're gonna have to because he has no trade value, and we're gonna be stuck with him for another year unless they waive him. Now,
not to be the most improved player.
But he has to go with him. I believe it because he has the talent, but I don't know. Has he been working out? Has he been doing Fortnite? What has he been doing?
Talent and drive.
He's had 9 months, and his money is going up every year, and he's getting worse every year.
Let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys this before you leave. Why does Joe Madden hate Randall so much? I'm joking, Joe.
It's so true.
Yo, because
I don't. Yo, what you guys are saying about when you guys told I try to come back. Joe was on some Super Saiyan stuff, so I was like, yeah, whatever. Whenever I come in, I agree with him for the most part. To me, Julius Randle's not a team player to me. I know people talk about all this. Man, cut it out.
I've heard a lot of stuff with locker rooms. Guys don't want to play with him.
Yeah, you could just see it on the court. You could just see it on the court. It's not even like people try to, because people like this player and they think, oh, or Knicks fans that hate it. I don't hate any of these guys, bro. I even was one of the people that was going to do a video on his time with the Pelicans to show his value that potential with the Knicks. I don't like
See, my thing is, I don't hate him. The thing is why I want him out is because if he starts and it doesn't work out and they have to move him to the bench, he's going to start locker room problems. Yep. That's what you don't need with a rebuilding team. I
agree.
He's going to be like, I'm getting $18 million. I should be the star. I'm the number one option. And there's just going to be a lot of problems with him and Thibs.
I agree.
So that's why get him out before you have to bench him.
They call you Bumba Clot Laddie.
Huh? What did it say?
You said you're the Bumba Clot Laddie. Because I say you sound Jamaican before. You guys are stupid, man. But I agree with you, man. And I think that the season is going to be so important that, because again, he's going to be playing a tight rotation, right? And you don't need someone coming in causing division. You know what I mean? You don't need I don't think he's Marbury level distraction, but you don't need somebody that all right, this guy's probably going to be out, but he's not even playing to team. He comes in, disruptive, plays to himself, plays out of the system. Does his own thing. When he's in there, when he's out of there, he's trying to influence some of the younger players to go against the coach. As we've seen that, players do that sometimes when they're out of favor with a coach. Then they have little factions where certain younger players like them. That's why, not to say Melo did this, but this is why I was scared to bring back Melo, because Melo is such a popular figure. But the popularity does not match the expected value.
Yeah.
That he thinks he'll bring versus what we think he'll bring. So he'll always be like, oh, I should have paid 30-something. And I'm sorry to say this, when I watch Melo how he moves, it's almost as if, I know he's so-called changed his way, but it took him this long to change his ways. And I feel like he thinks that New York owes him something, right? Like he was, Walt Clyde Frazier, he wanted a chip and then we just discarded him. And it's like, no, you were a really good player for the Knicks for a few years. 1 year, very good, really good play for the Knicks. But we didn't win anything with you. And if we brought you back, are you going to be sitting there to mentor people and be like, nah, this is a system right here. I'm good with 5-10 minutes a night at best. If you want it from me, if you want more than me, that's fine. But I'm here to help these kids and help this team grow. Even though I'm kind of like Moses, I'm going to lead these guys to the promised land, even if I don't see it myself. You know what I mean? Yeah. So again, a guy like Randle, I'm good to move on from him. Build up his trade value, get him the F out of here, trade him to, the Hornets could use a big man who could score. I guess you could have them run small, use him at the 5. He ain't going to defend for Ish, but yeah, I'm good on Randle, man.
Yeah, Guillermo, I think there probably is already a problem because what do you see Randle sitting there watching the draft and they see that they drafted a guy that plays the same position that him that can shoot? What is that into his head? Hopefully, I need to get better. I need to learn how to shoot. Or because we already see what the type of person Randle is, it's going to be, I want this position. There's going to be problems in the locker room straight off the bat.
It's going to be interesting at the start of this training campaign.
Randle by before the deadline is probably going to put in a trade request, and then that screws us because his value goes down because we know he wants to leave.
He might.
It's going to be interesting to see.
I think the Knicks have already tried to trade him, but they can't trade him. No one wants him. That's what I think.
Unless you try to move for a salary dump, at this point, I don't even think Westbrook. I think they might try to keep on to Westbrook to play with Harden at least one more year because. Yeah, it doesn't seem like if they can't move Harden, they're not going to move Westbrook. It just makes no sense.
They're not going to move either of them. They're going to run it back. But it's going to be interesting to see what a rookie GM and a rookie head coach is going to handle two very loud, disgruntled superstars.
Well, at least Westbrook's trying to change his ways. When he had that locker room talk, and he was like, "Hey, man, I know we all messed up," and Harden's like, "I don't want to listen to you." It's like, I wouldn't want to play hard. But sorry, Teddy, what did you want to say, Teddy?
I was going to say it's going to be interesting to see how this training camp goes if players start following Obi. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he goes in there, he's knocking open threes and actually being a team player. And, everybody, he's making players better outside of what Randle's doing. Randle makes nobody better than me. Yeah. That's the problem I have with Randle. Like, he's
Chuck, if you want to say something, join the chat, man. So I know your Cowboys lost some Thanksgiving. You guys are
like it. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I know.
But come and talk your Ish, man, before we leave, man. But I agree. if RJ and I think RJ and Obi might have a really good relationship just because I think they're both hungry players. Again, I wasn't the biggest fan of Obi. I still have to be convinced from him. I bet he's on the Knicks. I'm cheering for him, root for his development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I liked about Obi was when he first came in. When Randall first signed with the Knicks, he was talking about, I want to be about going to being an all-star. Obi's first interview, or one of the interviews they asked him was, he said he wants to build a brotherhood with the Knicks. He wants to build a Wilden culture and a brotherhood.
Yo, hold up, Joe. Hold up. Look how hungry God and Moses Elijah is to come and refute this so-called Randall. Hey, look at him. Look at this dude. This dude.
You can see it?
Look at him. Look how happy he is. He can't even wait till Joe's finished. Go ahead. God and Moses. I'm gonna let you rock. Go ahead. What you want to say, man? Look at this guy. Watch.
You can see me, but it's just. Oh, I am in the show. But
you're in the show.
It does. In the thing, it doesn't show that that you can see. Now it does. See, now I see it. Look, Teddy made some great points. Joe made some great points, man. Like I can't. With you, look. All day, I agree with people. You are who you are so far until you proven me otherwise, right? I think I'm consistent with that. So look, those kind of things that Joe's making, those are great points, man. He only thinks about himself. I can't even remember all the other stuff. Look, there's a lot of other stuff that I do, but a lot of reasons why I hold on to Randall is because why he is productive on the floor. If we had talent, if we had talent, on the roster, they're not gonna say, well, I'm willing to maybe I don't. Then I'll be talking more fit, right?
Yeah.
But see, that's when they talk about Randall with talent. That's such a.
I was like, he cut me off. Hold on, he cut me off.
No, but you sound mad laggy. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, your connection's really.
You hire a Kenny.
Yo, God, your connection's really weird.
It's my phone, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. My MacBook. Yeah, the Mac. I don't got MacBook Pro, man. This freaking thing is not working, man. But long short, when you don't have talent, you hire Kenny Payne to make sure that that Julius Randle can learn how to play in the system and stuff like that. Because you're in a situation where you possibly didn't draft two good players. Frank is probably I mean, look, I'm not gonna hope the worst for nobody. Okay, I don't want to put that out there, but I mean, so far between Frank and Kevin Knox, we don't, it's not looking. Their future with the Knicks is not looking too promising, as well as DSJ, right? But so when you have those three players occupying space, you have a Randall, you're like, listen, man, this is the only guy that's gonna come on the floor. I know about all the else that comes with it, but so that's why you're like, you know what? Let me hire Kenny Payne. Let me hire people who he's familiar with. Let's get this. I mean, I think. Look, I agree with the point about Obi. I like that attitude he has. He wants to create a brotherhood and this, that, and that. And I think the front office, right? Because I don't want to say that it's me now, because I'm not controlling anything. But I believe, right, that the front office possibly wants to create a brotherhood season for Julius Randle for this whole season, right? It's not like Nerlens Noel has 2 years. It's not like MKG, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is going to have a multi-year contract. But I think for this season, they want to see. Look, we had a lot of John Calipari, Kenny Payne, Nerlens Noel comes from the same school. We want to create this because we want you to learn how to play as a brotherhood, as a this, that, and third. And maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. It's a gamble that they're willing to take.
So hold up, now. Let me ask Chuck. Let me ask Chuck.
This is the stuff you have to do because you struck out. The only player you got good is RJ.
So hold up, bro. Let me ask.
And maybe an Obi.
Hold up, God. Let me ask Chuck.
Obi should definitely be started.
Let me ask Chuck his thoughts. What's up, Chuck?
What up?
Okay, that's a cool hat, man. I actually like that hat, bro.
Yeah, like that. You like that?
That's fly.
It's kind of fly, man. You have to do something for that. Your Cowboys, man. Y'all know weak as a vision. I can't win. I mean,
we don't want to win no games.
Now y'all want to try still Trevor. Go home. So like we don't
Fields.
Y'all want Yo, let me say, not to digress. I watched JP Fields. Last game I watched was the Indiana game, man.
What are they going to do with Dak if you're tanking for Fields? Where's Dak going to go?
I'm not impressed by Fields like that, bro.
The open market.
I'm not that impressed by Fields, bro. But you can have him. I'd rather keep Dak. The issue's not Dak. The issue is your stupid defense, man. Dak was
no. That's not the issue. But paying him a hurt.
Coaching's the issue.
Paying him a hurt. No, the defense is the issue.
Y'all don't like McCarthy either, right? Or like that
Yeah, no, McCarthy. McCarthy's overrated. Aaron Rodgers won him a Super Bowl. McCarthy's done nothing without Rodgers. The Cowboys like that.
I will say, the first few games with Dak was throwing 450, 500 yards a game.
Mm-hmm.
I will say Dak was throwing them things.
Yeah. No, Dak's nice.
But also, you guys got weapons, man. I mean, if CeeDee Lamb, if we can hold up, if who's this guy? Not Amari Cooper, not CeeDee Lamb. Who's the other beat?
Gallup.
Michael Gallup is your third receiver. Like dogs, you guys are stacked. But here, we're gonna talk about Randall because obviously Chuck wants to protect his boy Randall. They have brunches and all that goodness together, eat quiches and spinach, freaking omelets. What do you want to say about Randall, bro? What's good, man?
First of all, you can't say he's gonna be a distraction if he's sent to the bench. That's like saying his attitude personally. And for two, he's not going to go to the bench. That's not going to happen. You don't bench your best player, and you don't bench your highest earner. No team has their highest paid player on the bench.
Right. I think they're gonna use him to try to build up his trade value. But I'm just saying that if it came to pass that say they couldn't trade him off or whatever, I think that if you kept him on,
would be his backup.
Yeah, but if you couldn't even trade him at the trade deadline, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you have him there, and obviously Obi's a future. I think that you will have that. And I mean, not to get on Randall, I think it's natural that any player you become disgruntled, right? But again, I think that, and look, this is all conjecture because honestly, we don't know, right? I'm not gonna say I'm a psychoanalyst on Julius Randall, but I'm just saying as somebody who's looking at like the youth movement, I'm supposed to be the guy getting a contract or I have a contract. I know I'm a free agent next year, but you're building with this guy Obi, and we're only gonna win like 20 games. When I feel I can make more, I can do more than him. He's gonna bring that. That's gonna happen with any highly paid veteran. Or usually, not distraction, but they're gonna be pissed right now. It's up to him whether it's gonna be a distraction or not. And I'm just sorry on the court. There's just too many times where I just saw the synergy was just not there between guys. He draws a foul and no one's coming to really, jump on him and and one blah blah. He's going up. He's looking in the sky. Whatever. Maybe I'm looking too much, but every time I saw RJ get an and one, people were hitting him in his chest like. They rallied around him. I didn't see that with Randall consistently through the season, especially after like maybe the first 10, 15 games. I was like, something's kind of weird here. You know what I mean? But I'm not issuing Randall. I think again, Randall is a talented player. I just don't think he's right for this team. When you have an impressionable young team, I think you want them to follow the coach or to follow a star player. If you got like a guy like a freaking Jimmy Butler, who's basically an embodiment of the coach. And I don't think that Randall, and given his contract, Randall's really not the embodiment. I mean, he's a free agent next year. He was signed by a previous regime. I'm not sure if Thibs would have signed him. So, it's nothing against Randall. I'm not trying to issue on Aaron. I just asked Joe Madden that because I know Joe Madden was kind of crazy, but, I think that he's going now. Let me ask you this. Have you seen the college games?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, man. You haven't seen
No.
I do got a question though.
Go ahead.
It seems like with this rookie coach and rookie president, it's gonna be battle royal this training camp for these spots that are not guaranteed.
Oh yeah. And I think the deal with MKG is only a training camp.
Yeah, it's like Exhibit 10, man. Yeah, this is like
10. He ain't getting.
He's like practice squad contract.
So if you can't beat out, now I'm gonna ask you this, Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Out of that small forward roster, let me share the screen. The thing is updated, but it's a little off with regards to where they put in certain players and stuff. But if you can see it, hold up.
You can't really. Okay.
You see it now a little bit better.
Yeah.
If you see that small forward position, right, and you add, I think Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is probably going to slot there. Maybe Alec Burks, but I think Alec Burks, you play him at the 2. Who do you think is an odd man out of that small forward group right there?
Is that Iggy? Is the third one Iggy?
Yep, Iggy Brazdeikis.
Yeah, him. But I would go with RJ at small forward, and I will put Burke at shooting guard.
You know what's crazy about RJ though? RJ produces a lot better at the 2 than the 3. Even though I agree with you, I think that he fits more to 3. That's the thing about when you can you can overpower guys with your size and stuff, and it's like, all right, obviously you're gonna do. It's like the whole Tariq Evans things, right? When he was playing the point guard position, he was just so much bigger than every point guard. Once they put him at the 2, he struggled because also he couldn't shoot. Damn, Iggy Brazdeikis. So 17 guys. Right here is 19, I believe. You got 17 guys. So you think Iggy is going, and who's the second one you think is going? I know you're gonna say, but
I don't think he's gone, but
I know who Chuck is gonna say. Well, who do you have, Teddy? Out of these 19 guys, who are the 2 people you think are not going to be here?
Oh, Frank.
Jacob Evans.
I was going to say Evans, but I knew he was going to say Frank.
Frank.
And MKG. Frank, it was so crazy. Frank going to start next year. That's the crazy.
No, not.
Frank, hold up. Frank is not going to make it over Evans.
No.
Hey, Frank messed with Chuck's daughter or something, man. He has something against Frank.
You get on Joe Madden about Randall, but Joe Madden's takes on Randall are a lot more logical, a lot more sensible than your takes on Frank. For a coach who loves defense and a coach who likes his, or not to say his backcourt, but he's going to value Frank's defense over freaking Jacob Evans. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to ish on Jacob Evans, but come on, man. You think Frank is gone before Jacob Evans?
I don't even know who Jacob Evans is.
Exactly.
Hey, it could be a 2-for-1. You get rid of both of them.
This guy's such a hater, man. Yo, so Joe, who do you have getting cut from this team? There's 19 guys over here, 17.
We have 19, so I have to get it down to 15, right?
No, 17.
Oh, 17. Two guys getting cut is going to be Evans and MKG. MKG's not making.
What the hell they signed Pinson to? A 2-way?
Oh, Pinson's on this. He's on a 2-way. I think.
Pinson's basically on the team.
Those are guaranteed? Those 2-way?
I mean, you could drop 2 ways, but I'm just saying.
You can drop 2
They
ways.
signed him back though. Like they ain't like they waived him and brought him back. So
do you know what I would? Do you know what I would do then? Right, I get rid of Evans and I get rid of Pinson, and I'd move.
Get rid of Evans and Pinson.
And I put Powell instead of Powell on the exhibit. I put him on a 2-way.
Okay, that's what you said.
Because Powell's on an exhibit, he's then not on a guaranteed contract yet.
Right now,
but if he does, if him and Gilchrist will go into training camp, and if they beat guys out, then they'll get the contract.
Got you.
But it wouldn't surprise me if they put Michael Gilchrist on a 2-way. Imagine him going from the 2nd overall pick to a 2-way contract with the Knicks.
Oh.
The fact he's on the exhibit 10 is enough.
He's like 28, right? Something like that.
27 or 28, yeah.
Oh. I wish they could put Dennis Smith Jr. in a damn 2-way, man.
Watch your mouth.
See, you see this, right? You see this, right?
Wow. He's gonna be starting by mid-season.
Oh my!
But it would not surprise me if he beats guys out. Look, he's the talent.
Mm-hmm.
He's working. He knows he has to work on his shot because he can't rely on his athleticism, and he's doing it.
Oh,
it would not surprise me. Last year, a bad year. His mother died, and he had a couple of back injuries and leg injuries. This year,
but again, when you watch him on the court, forget the athleticism. The smarts aren't there as a point guard, and he's not going to be a point guard who's going to be able to. He doesn't shoot well enough to even say, okay, he could be a combo guard who just scoring bunches.
Yeah,
right?
he has to play him at the 2.
Can't play off ball, can't play defense. He's just not a smart. He's not a smart point guard who's going to set up the offense or make those slick passes. I've seen he just can't. He doesn't think like that.
Not true.
Not saying,
Yo,
he
guys,
doesn't.
I'm gonna
Well,
throw
okay,
something
give
out
me
there.
a game where and don't give me that bum ass Mavericks game where he did that slow to drive into the paint and then took the little man. Get that. That was a full game offensively for him, and I was there. That Mavericks game, every talking about, I was there. So please don't give me that because I think thank you. Miles Powell might beat him out.
What?
Miles Powell. What? Miles Powell's not better than DSJ?
No.
Do you think Miles Powell could come in if he does well enough, knowing that we've point guard situation? Do you think he could start? Do you think if he goes in and has a fire training camp and then they play him, say, 15, 20 minutes in preseason and he balls out, do you think that they could throw him on day one, at least as the second choice point guard, if he doesn't start? At least 20, 25 minutes as the second.
I think Thibs is going to want a point guard he trusts in terms of like veteran.
Well, it's going to be
Rivers.
Rivers.
I think he come off the bench. I think he probably have a bench position, but to come and start for at the point guard position for a position so vital and a point guard a position that Thibs doesn't really.
Yeah, but look, our roster's garbage anyway. It doesn't matter who the point guard is. We're going to be a top 4 pick. We're not going anywhere. We're not getting any more than 5 wins, so it doesn't matter. We're getting our point guard of the future next year, either free agency or in the draft.
But I would agree with you if Miles Powell could beat out DSJ, Austin Rivers,
not happening,
and shoot better than Peyton, which is not hard. I think he can win out that position. Because look at that. Look at it. Look at the
who made this list because if Quickly as a point guard, Quickly's a 2 guard.
Yeah.
Rivers is a 2 guard.
Evans is a shooting guard as well.
Right, it's off. So Alfred Payne, also Rivers. I think even Frank, they might slide Frank at the 2.
To be honest, if you look in that list, the only true point guard is Peyton. The rest of them are all combo guards.
Right. So Miles Powell comes in.
But did they sign Peyton yet? Because yesterday, that he signed today.
Yeah, I saw like Twitter or Instagram. I saw it.
Oh shit! Because I was hoping that he was more like a backup, and they had another plan coming in for a trade or something.
Nope.
All right,
they doing the Chuck way. They really banking on.
Yeah, no, they're trying to tank, but we're not going to get the number 1 pick. We're going to get the 4th.
Look at Chuck, man. This is disgusting, yo. This dude really loves DSJ, and DSJ ain't about ish, but
he the point guard of the future.
There ain't no point guard, no damn future, man. Get out of here, bro.
Y'all gonna be surprised when Obi and Randall play together. Y'all keep trying to get rid of Randall.
Okay, how do you play Randall?
Boy.
Give me.
I like that, Chuck. Okay.
You put Randall at the center. First of all, we giving Thibs all his credit for being his defensive coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we crying about bad defenders. So you play team defense. If somebody could get defense out, you, it's supposed to be Thibs.
Yeah, but team defense is that if you're gonna have 2 inept guys at the front court, who's there to protect? Because you need a Mitch there to kind of clean it up or help clean it up, right? And you don't have that with either Obi leading somebody into Randall or Randall leading somebody into Obi, saying at the paint to match them to block or whatever. Like you don't have that. So how the hell now? Defense has one thing. Offensively, how the hell do you play those 2?
Well, you have Obi on the outside as like a stretch, even though he ain't proven yet. But you have him as a stretch, and Randall's your inside threat.
The offensively is no problem. It's the defensively is my problem. Offensively, work.
I think you're gonna have to have. Oh, sorry to cut you off, Joe. I think you're gonna have to have Obi operate on the ball a lot more, probably than in college, where he's kind of like a point forward position, right?
Yeah, you could do that with him. Like he can pass the ball, but that's offensively. Obi and Randall together, it actually worked very nice.
He also has space to play because he shot well from 3. He only averaged 2.6 attempts a game from 3.
Yeah, but I think Dale up. He was put in a specific role. I don't think he was let shoot as many threes as he should. He started shooting more threes towards the end of college. So I think coming into this year, you might get him. He might shoot. You might get 37% out of him for like 4 attempts.
That's great.
Year.
That's great. But other thing too is that I think Randall and Obi might work fine just because that pick and roll I think will be deadly.
Offensively, yeah.
Those 2. The only thing is that you don't want to clog lane. I mean, you're gonna have a clog lane with Mitch or Randall. Randall could space out a little bit, I guess. So I guess he's better in that regard, but he's still not a viable threat from the outside. Like he can hit it a little bit here and there. He has to improve that, but
yeah.
I like this talk because what do you think they're gonna do with some of these creative lineups during the training camp? What's some lineups that you could see them creating just to try out?
You know what worried me? I seen somewhere that they were going to use Obi at the 3, Randall at the 4, Mitch at the 5, and I'm like, oh, that won't work.
I don't know.
Like that.
Wait, say one more time. Obi at the 3, Randall at the 4, Mitch at the 5.
Yeah, there was Frank at the 1, RJ at the 2, Obi at the 3, Randall at the 4, Mitch at the 5.
You're gonna have an uber. You have to have an uber aggressive, defensive. Backcourt.
It's gonna be a high tempo team. It's on no other way. It's got to be a high tempo team.
No defense unless you probably start Frank at the 1. But
Frank and Mitch got the defense in the front and the back.
Yeah, but Frank doesn't offer you pace. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna have a high octane team, he's not gonna offer you any pace. He's not gonna. The thing with Frank is that he doesn't penetrate enough to break defenses down. So you're just gonna be living on the outside with either Obi from the outside, or you're gonna be living with you know what I mean, like just from the perimeter. You need somebody to initiate the action. The only people to initiate is gonna be what RJ and what you would say Obi, and then you have you said Mr. 5, we're under the 4. Yeah, that's where I really want to see. I'm really interested in seeing if Miles Powell can beat out at the 1, because if you watch him, I think that if he had more talent on that Seton Hall team, you know what I mean, like he was basically like a do-it-all guard, right?
Yeah, he had to do it.
Again, his numbers dipped last year, I think, because he was just hurting a concussion. But the year before that, I mean, in terms of like a combo guard, he reminds like a high octane Kadeem Allen.
Yeah,
like his style of play, like he's like a rich, like a way better Kadeem Allen, I think.
Oh,
that's not even bad.
We should bring Kadeem Allen back. He was better. He's better than any of the garbage we have now.
I like Kadeem Allen.
I liked him too. He was
going to stay healthy next year, or whichever year after you show a little spurt. Miles Powell will be our homegrown Fred VanVleet. I don't know about that.
He can
shoot a ball. I'll give it to you. He can shoot a ball, and I think he's better penetrated than Fred VanVleet. So, hey, I take it back. Stephen Fox, you might have a point.
Yeah, put him in the G League for a year and see what he can do. But don't do what we done with Lamar Peters. Lamar Peters was balling, and the Knicks let him walk.
Chuck saying Lamar Peters sucked? I think Chuck or somebody said Lamar Peters sucked.
He was balling.
No, it wasn't me.
The thing is,
maybe Oots.
The only thing is, what was he? 5'11", 6 foot.
How the hell was jumping?
5'11". That's 5'10", 5'11". He did bust Kara Lewis's butt, I believe, Kara Lewis's freshman season. So
yeah,
he can ball. The Duke can ball. So last question, I gotta ask you guys this, or at least Chuck this: how the hell your Cowboys not going to show up against Washington, Chuck? What's good with this, man?
I said we tanking.
Now they want to tank.
Dude,
that's
the thing with Cowboys fans. 2 weeks ago, they're going to win the division. Now they're tanking, and then if they win next week, we're going to win the division again.
No, Joe. 2 weeks ago, we started trading people.
Who they trade?
Who the Cowboys trade?
We traded Griffin. No. We cut Griffin. And
Griffin. Shit.
And we traded how you say his name? But it was two linemen. Let me see.
Their defense is trash.
The 2 free agents we signed, we got rid of them.
You guys got Griffin? I didn't even know you guys got
Yeah. Griffin. They had Griffin. Quinn. Is Quinn still there? No, Robert Quinn was dead. No, he left in free agency, right?
Oh, from the Rams? Okay.
Let me see.
He with the Dolphins. Robert Quinn, pass rusher.
I can't even believe
they lost Jones to the Dolphins too.
Byron Jones, the defensive guy.
Yeah.
Now they want to get JT Fields. Oh my gosh.
Fields is overrated. I'm from Ohio.
Teddy, this is what I'm saying. I watch.
Why get Fields when you have fucking Dak Prescott and a $30 million?
But they don't want to reset the rookie contract, Joe.
And he's sneaky. Hey, I'm going to be funny.
They don't want to pay Dak. My bad. They don't want to pay Dak. My bad.
What's so funny? Fields having the best quarterback in Ohio.
I take Dak in the Giants. I like Dak.
Yeah,
Dak,
but Jones
Dak
is terrible.
Dak is too good for the Cowboys.
Dak is good.
You
in,
look at
like,
that Cowboys
defense.
franchise is a bum franchise. They can't do nothing right.
Wait, who'd you say, Joe?
I said the Cowboys. The Cowboys is a bum franchise. They can't do
Yeah,
nothing right.
Chuck. Wait, who? Joe? Who's your team? Giants?
Giants, yeah. We're
They
winning
took all
this.
this
We're
trash.
winning.
This team is in first place with a record below 500.
Yeah,
They
but
took
still,
all-
we're coming up. We weren't expected to do anything this year, and we have more wins than we were expected. And
The
we have
only
a,
thing I'll say
we
is
have a
that
rookie
Terry-
coach building a young team, and
now
analysts
the
and everyone
team-
has said it. In about 2 years,
Look at
we're going to
this.
be a Super Bowl contender.
Look at
You
this
watch. We're building
Ingram,
this.
you're gonna be a Super Bowl contender with Ingram, who will catch a 40-yard
Oh
bomb,
no, Ingram's going to be
a 20-yarder.
Ingram, you need to throw Ingram like a hard pass from to catch. He catches the hard ones, and then the easy ones he drops. Ingram won't be here. Here. We're going to draft a tight end probably in the second round of this.
Ingram isn't bad though.
He's not bad. He just drops.
He's lazy.
He drops like the most important.
Important
Your boy
ones,
Slater
yeah.
dropped the bomb today.
Yeah, we should. The thing is, we had 2 games against Tampa. He dropped a pass. We should have won that game. We realistically should be 7-4, not 4-7, because
That was a third down play, right?
That's not true.
Ingram against the Cowboys, he dropped the pass.
let's-
When you went against the Eagles, we were up by 10 against the Eagles. If he caught that, there would have been first down and the game had been over. He dropped it. We had to punt and then hit to come up.
No, but hold on. I take that. Hold on. You played against the Bucs. I'll say this: your secondary came alive that game, but don't make it seem like you guys should have won that game.
Hey,
We
is
should have
y'all
won
in,
that game. We should have
You
won
guys
that
are
game.
not expected to win that game. Man.
We
You
weren't
guys
expected to win it, but we should have won the game. We weren't expected nothing. But when the game was played, we got screwed of a pass interference at the end of the game that they referees in every game.
in the end zone.
In the end zone. Even though Jones threw the ball too late, we got screwed of pass interference. And we had a pass interference called on us up the field earlier. That wasn't one.
Jones messed that up by throwing those 2 terrible interceptions. 2 terrible interceptions.
No, not against Tampa.
That was against. Oh, that was against Eagles, right?
That was against the
Okay,
Eagles.
my bad. Sorry
That
about
was the first game against the Eagles. The second game against the Eagles, we mollywopped them. We whopped the floor with them.
Eagles.
The Eagles was screwed.
Trash. This is crazy. Y'all division is. Oh my gosh.
Washington game was it mollywop the Cowboys? You know, there's problems in that division.
I actually think if the Washington Redskins
Like we're 3-0 in that. We're 3-2 in that division.
if the Redskins had a better quarterback, I think they'd be way better, man. Because they're not the worst. Like McLaren is not. I like Terry McLaren, man. McLaren, whatever his pronounced name, and then freaking
Washington.
Yeah, Haskins is a bum.
They wanted us to draft him. Everyone was like, "Oh, we're gonna get Haskins."
We
You
lost.
guys are stupid though. You guys should have drafted Josh Allen and then because Dan Jones is gonna be in a second. I don't care what no one says. He was not high.
We had a 17th pick, and it was come out and said Washington were going to take him. Washington had the 15th pick. We had the 17th pick. Washington were going to take Jones over Haskins.
Time, man. They say that crap.
No, I'm telling you, they were going to take him. Washington were on his radar. Washington were the only team that actually started going to games to watch him. Washington wanted him.
Okay.
And then we took
But
him.
they should have drafted DeAndre Baker, who's robbing poker games and.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, the Giants were stupid. The Giants let him go, and then he was found not guilty. He got away with it, and now he's playing with the Chiefs.
He said he got away with it.
Oh, he signed. Wait, he signed with a new team.
He signed with the Chiefs. Yeah. The Chiefs signed him an hour after.
He signed to a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah.
Yo, the NFL is a weird sport.
Yeah, the Chiefs
Look,
signed him.
we lost Gerald McCoy before the season, right?
Old ass Joe McCoy. Why does he make excuses? Go ahead, Chuck. Watch.
We traded Griffin, and then we cut Dante Poe.
Who?
Terry Poe was Come now you're saying
Dante
hasn't been good since when?
Right?
Come on, Dante Poe hasn't been good since when? Stop it, Chuck.
After we lost to who beat us and we gave up on the season. Somebody smacked us and we gave up on the season and we just cut everybody. We started trading our pieces.
Hey, do y'all got a winner advisory?
That was
up there?
the
Where y'all
Eagles
at?
smacked you guys, and then you guys quit.
Mhm.
You guys beat us. Jones threw 2 picks. We were winning. Jones threw 2 picks. Then you come back and beat us. Then the Eagles beat you guys. Then you guys started to just say screw it and started tanking.
And that's going to be our next win. We ain't going to win another game till the Giants.
You ain't beating the Giants.
Why not?
You kidding me?
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Are you kidding me? You were
After
beating
watching y'all
the
today,
Giants.
y'all ain't good, man.
Yo, Joe, yo. Oh,
After watching y'all today, y'all really ain't good.
They
Yeah,
not.
we lost our quarterback in the first. The end of the.
That wasn't doing nothing with
But
them.
before that, though, it was like I'm watching this team, and y'all really ain't
Yeah.
good.
We're decent.
No, you're not.
wait. Look at Joe's face. Yo,
By the guys that got absolutely raped by Washington. The guys that got absolutely raped by Washington.
yo,
We missing
You
the
guys,
guy.
you guys lost by 30-something points to Washington.
That was embarrassing, though.
Washington
The
never-
Cowboys embarrassed y'all.
Oh, no. Now we doing ever. Everybody
The
giving us
Cowboys
30.
embarrassed too.
Cowboys embarrassed themselves.
Oh yeah.
they won 2 weeks ago, right? Or a week
Their
ago.
ownership. The Cowboys haven't won anything in what? When was the last time they won the Super Bowl?
We
Like the Cowboys are trash. Every year, Cowboy fans, we're going to win the Super Bowl, and then you guys get absolutely nowhere.
Look at Chuck. Chuck can't say.
every year the New York media predict the Giants to win the division, and y'all coming last.
No, we stunk. We've been tanking for 4 years trying to build this thing through the draft. This is our first year with a new head coach, and then Gettleman's going to stay on. This is his second chance at it. We have a new head coach. We're building this thing the right way. We're 4-7. We're going to win the division and get a playoff while tanking. So you're going to see next year. Next year is going to be a step. We're going to win the division again, and the year after.
What do you have? 5 wins, right? You have 5 wins.
4
and 7.
They're going to end up with 5 and 11.
No, we're going. No, we'll have.
Too many bad teams for you.
No, we're going to beat. We're going to beat the Browns. We're going to beat the Cardinals.
Guy ain't beating the Browns.
I don't know about
What?
They can beat the Browns. No. They can beat the Browns. They can beat the Browns.
They're not beating the Browns.
The Browns
Browns got one of the best defenses. Y'all tripping.
Yeah, but Giants have one of the best. Well, their secondary is coming alive.
Giants. When you look at numbers, the Giants have the fourth best defense in football.
Yo, hold up. Yo, New York Knicks asking Chuck, where you get that hat from?
Hatland.
Hatland?
Hatland.com.
Yo, by the way, guys, I'm about to close out, but guys, I got the 3 Nick hats. I'm gonna do the random draw. I'm gonna try to get as many names as possible and put into a random draw and send out these Nick Scullies out to you guys, man. Thanks for supporting the channel, man. I appreciate it 1,000,000,000% if you get the likes on your way out before you leave. I believe Freezy's gonna have a episode tonight of Blarange Tears, man. Again, so go subscribe to the channel Blarange, BLORANGE Tears. Go subscribe. I'm probably gonna be there tonight. I'm working on this Brandon Boston thing. Hopefully, get out by tonight. And I'm gonna be covering some other players, man. So salute to you guys, man. Thank you guys for being here, man. Peace. God bless, man. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Cheers, guys. Take it easy.
Yep.
See you, Joe.